Hello there, everybody. It's me, your Star Wars dad. I'm here today to talk to you about the one-hit wonders, the characters in the game that can just solo other teams all by themselves. If you've been watching my channel, I've been having a ton of fun playing with these guys in Grand Arena. I'm starting to relic some of them up or level some of them up to get them to where they're usable against different kinds of teams. And obviously, anyway. Here's all these characters, and I'm sure there are more out there. Let me know if you got any more once you get through the video. If you got more characters that are soloing teams that I'm missing, let me know in the comments so I can go take a look at those as well. Here are the characters I'm using on my account right now, which is 4.62 million. We're going to start them off in order of easiest to farm and activate, easiest to get, because I kind of think some of these are going to need to start showing up. You can maybe get them on your roster right when you get to level 85, and boom, you're soloing teams right out of the gate. And starting at the very top of the list is this bad boy, Kylo Ren. This is the OG, the original Kylo Ren. His abilities, and sorry, let me take a break. I'm just going to run a bunch of solo gameplay up there behind me while I'm doing this, but you can look down here at the character. Kylo Ren down here is the first one I talk about. Some of his abilities that were really important to being able to make him solo is Outrage primarily here, you need the Zeta on here. You need the Zeta because with the Zeta, he recovers protection equal to the damage dealt with this ability. He also, if he has full health, he stuns the enemy. It deals 75% more damage if he's below full health. And the other thing he's got is his Unstoppable unique. Whenever he takes damage, he gains 50% defense stacking and 15% offense stacking for one turn, and has a 50% chance to reset his cooldowns. Now think about that. That's why he's coming out and being able to one-shot. He builds up a whole bunch of defense, which enables him to withstand damage as he receives it. But every time he takes damage, he's stacking up that defense and stacking up offense. So against a team like Old Republic is the #1 team you see Kylo solo is happening right now. Old Republic is the primary team because they just hit him over and over. They get a bunch of dots. They get a bunch of, dots, and they'll assist. They take a bunch of turns, damage him a bunch of times, he stacks up a huge amount of offense, and bam, comes out and hits him with Outrage and wipes him out. There's your first guy, Kylo Ren. He's farmable just on a Cantina node, 4C. This should be available to you pretty early on where you can go and farm him and get him active for when you hit level 85 and come out of the gate and Grand Arena just swinging with Kylo Ren OG. Swgoh Opress is my next lowest hanging fruit for this. Swgoh Opress you can actually farm in the Squad Arena shop. That is a super easy farm. And I think you're going to see a lot more people. Now that he has the Omicron, you need the Omicron on Brute. Because what it does in Grand Arena's Brute adds 50% defense, max health and offense, and 30 speed. At the start of the encounter, he gains 2 stacks of resilient defense. At the end of his turn, he gains 2. This guy is just, he's got tons of defense. He's got tons of offense. Most teams are not going to ever get him down below 100% health. He just cannot be reduced on his offense. He's going to be building up, heals over times. He's going to be damaging. When you get people in the yellow, you use Overpower and eliminate them, and they are gone, and they can't be evaded no matter what happens. You take them out when they're in the yellow. Swgoh Opress, easy farm, and with the Omicron, you can solo teams. You can solo a ton of teams with him. You can throw him into a Sith team. He does a great job. Swgoh Opress comes next on the list. After him is Darth Vader, the Dark Lord of the Sith. We all know how awesome Darth Vader is. I don't need to go into too much. Merciless Massacre is amazing. No Escape takes away stealth on everybody and just gets him a whole bunch of extra health and protection recovery when he lands debuffs. It's the Force Crush. It's the Culling Blade. It's the Merciless Massacre. It's getting Darth Vader through achievements. You can activate him. Just one more time, I'll say it again. If you're gonna do Hyperdrive Bundle, you want to play for about 35, 40 levels. It'll only take you 3 days before you activate the Hyperdrive Bundle. Don't activate any of those achievements. And where are the achievements? Let me show you here real quick. Save all of your achievements for after you activate the Hyperdrive Bundle, because you'll be able to 7-star Darth Vader on day 1 if you save all those achievements. If you go to level 35, 40 before you do the Hyperdrive Bundle, save all these achievements right. Don't act, because you get a bunch of Darth Vader shards from doing these. Don't activate it to get the Hyperdrive Bundle. Once you activate the Hyperdrive Bundle, start playing, you'll be able to get Darth Vader super fast to 7 stars a day or 2 at max. So Darth Vader comes third on easy to farm, ability to solo, and just generally his all-around awesomeness. Embo Nest is next on the list. I use her a lot of times to get after those Mon Mothma teams. but she works. I've used her in multiple. I think I used her against Phasma. I've used her in so many places. She's great for cleanup. If I throw over like a Traya lead with Embo Nest is a great way to beat Geos too, and I forget it sometimes myself. So Embo Nest here. Where do you farm her? In ship nodes. Where is she? Where is it here? Here you go. Ship 5D. That's a little harder farm. To get to 5D, you really need to have a developed fleet, maybe have Negotiator or Malevolence out there, or a really good Geo fleet. It takes some effort to get to 5D fleet battles, so she's a little harder farm. But man, if you can get her out there and get her soloing people, her abilities that do that, her fighting instinct, she has 80% counter chance. She ignores taunt. Whenever she's damaged, she gains 30% critical chance, and this is it, 40% bonus protection stacking. If she's just taking all sorts of damage, she's going to be stacking. She can have so much bonus protection stacking, it's crazy. When she first came out, she was beating Jedi Knight Revan teams. They actually, if you look in Jedi Knight Revan's kit, part of his marked kit, I believe it is, or part of his kit is that every time somebody assists, they reduce this bonus protection, or every time they assist against somebody with bonus protection, they reduce their health by like 5% or something like that. That was because of Embo Nest. That's why they had to put that into Jedi Knight Revan's kit. They had to update his kit because of Embo Nest. So she's stacking that whenever, and you put that Zeta on there. Whenever an enemy loses a buff or debuff, whenever they lose a buff or a debuff, she gains 2% critical damage and health steal until the end of the encounter. She's stacking damage as she goes. She's a great solo artist. Get her on your team as soon as you can. She's awesome in Grand Arena, a lot of fun. Now let me take a little pause here before we move on to the next couple. It's important to remember that these guys aren't soloing every team. You can't drop Embo Nest out there against a galactic legend and expect her to have success. You can't drop OG Kylo in there against a Padme team and expect him to have success. You gotta pick your spots where to use these guys. And to do that, you can watch my channel for Grand Arena. I got a bunch of shorts out there for solos. A lot of the shorts I put out are those solo wins. There's a bunch of content out there. Go find who these guys are good at soloing. Go to swgh.gg and take a look at the counters for Grand Arena. You'll find where these guys are best off soloing characters. Now back to the list. After Embo Nest farm, Wampa is your next lowest hanging fruit, or easiest to get. He's available. You use your Get One currency, this GET Guild Event Store currency. It's these gold. What is this? It's a hexagon, but it's not exact. I don't know what it is. What do you call it? A banner? Whatever. Use your Get tokens to get him. There's a sacrifice here. If you're gonna farm Wampa first, you're gonna be sacrificing your journey a little bit towards Gas or Darth Malak, because you activate them in their journeys at 5 stars, and you have to use this currency to max them out to 7 stars. So you gotta decide early on: do I want to farm Wampa? Do I not? I'm actually farming him right now on my free-to-play account. My Hyperdrive account. That's my other account. I'm trying to get him active on there so I can start using him with his Omicron, because with that Omicron, I think I've already played the video above, he does amazing damage. He can solo so many teams in Grand Arena. Today, the team I soloed was a bounty hunter team. It was a relic boss and a bunch of other Gear 12 bounty hunters. It wasn't even a challenge. It was just a slaughter from start to finish. I got a couple of Wampa solos in the stuff up there. What makes him awesome? Furious Foe. He inflicts healing immunity. This is a Zeta. He gains 40% accuracy, 40% critical chance, and 40% offense stacking. He keeps stacking that offense. Now, you keep noticing these characters that stack are really good. They're stacking. They're gaining extra stuff. His other thing, this Icebreaker AoE, he gains protection up, which is based on his health, so put health on him. And he just does a ton of damage. He lands dots with his basic. His Howling Rage, while he's protection up, he has more counter chance, more offense, more tenacity. And then Cornered Beast, he has 50% counter chance, 10% counter, plus 10% counter chance, blah, blah, for each damage over time. And then when he's in Grand Arena, he gains 100% tenacity. If there's no other active allies, he gains 75% defense, max health, max protection, and offense. So he's built for a solo. Wampa is he's an awesome one-hit wonder, a solo champion. Get Wampa on your roster. Next comes Darth Malak. Darth Malak's speciality is Padme. He can solo a Padme team, even with Jedi Knight Anakin on there. That is where the perfect use for Darth Malak. But you see me up there above, I'm using him on a Phasma Omicron team. Darth Malak, what makes him great is his Drain Life. He deals damage to a target enemy equal to 100% of their max health. A Padme team, they're all geared for max health. and they're going to have a ton of max health. He gains a stack of Dark Infusion, which can't be copied or prevented. Dark Infusion is more offense per stack, max of 3 stacks. There's more stacking at max stack, but he gets this activated with Jaws of Life. He gains 30% critical avoidance, health steal. He gets a bunch of stuff. The first time he reaches each of these thresholds, which is 75% health, 50% health, 25% health, he gains a bonus turn, and the cooldown of Drain Life is reset. So that's what really makes him effective. As he goes down with Jaws of Life, as his health goes down, he's gaining critical avoidance, health steal, tenacity, and defense, and those are doubling and tripling. They're stacking. So he's stacking that stuff up as he goes. He gets harder and harder to kill, harder and harder to put debuffs on. He's a great one-hit wonder for your team. Not only Padme, you can do much against a bunch of other teams. Maybe you've got an experiment you've done. Let me know what that is. And then I get to the last two here. May not be as popular, but they are super effective. General Anakin Skywalker Gas. I'm constantly getting yelled at because I don't have him with the 501st. It's because I like to solo stuff with him. I really like to use him as a tool on other teams, on my Jedi Knight Revan team. Yeah, go ahead, yell at me. Yell at me in the comments. I need to get my 501st geared up. I need to work on it. But man, I can use it. This guy can kill a KRU team all by himself. He wants to be all by himself. It's Gas. Gas can solo lots of teams. He is out there doing, putting on armor shreds. He's reducing everybody's max health when he hits them. He's increasing their cooldowns. If he's critically hit, he dispels all of his debuffs. Enemies attacking out of turn can't critically hit. If an enemy has no protection, he reduces their current max health by 20% for the rest of the battle. This guy's awesome. Hero with no fear. At the start of the battle, he gains defense, protection, tenacity for each other 501st ally. Let me get out of this one. Doesn't help. Anyway, he becomes the leader. He can't be revived. He deals 50% critical damage. When they gain a buff, he gains 2% offense. You know, this guy, he's counterattacking every time. General Anakin Skywalker, you know him, you know how awesome he is. He's great at soloing teams. I get that may not be the perfect use for him. Again, everybody's yelling at me. I gotta get my 501st done because I'm tired of getting yelled at. But man, I love soloing with General Anakin Skywalker. He's awesome. And finally, we come to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Why do I put him here? Well, I have him. He's my only GL right now. We'll be stacking up GLs soon. But this guy, he solos Sith Eternal Emperor teams all by himself. He solos so many other teams. Now, I realize maybe with the Galactic Legend, that's not super, super exciting. But other Galactic Legends solo a lot of other teams. But his breadth of being able to do it is so wide. And I just find him so much, he's just so much fun. He's so much fun. I love using Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And the fact that he can solo another Galactic Legend is just epic to me. I love you. He can solo Grievous. I mean, this guy can solo a Grievous team. Everybody puts Grievous on defense. He can come out there and just do it all by himself. He stuns Grievous, and Grievous stays stunned. Who else does that? Nobody. I love Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I don't usually use him in this way, but he is available to solo other teams. He is a monster. He is a beast. I love, love, love this guy. He's probably my favorite character in the game. And there you go, everybody. Those are our solo artists, the one-shot wonders, the one-hit wonders, all by themselves. OG, in order of ease to get them, to farm them and get them up. OG Kylo Ren, Swgoh Opress, Darth Vader, Embo Nest, Wampa, Darth Malak, General Anakin Skywalker, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. There are your one-hit wonders. Have a great day, and always remember, Nooch too good.